today I just wanted to take a quick look at the film Blood Moon, also known as Wolf Girl. This is a 2001 movie, which I believe was originally produced by the USA Channel or USA Network. I'm not sure what name it goes by these days. But it's definitely an interesting and unique spin. So it's not necessarily a werewolf movie. It's a movie about a girl named Tara. She performs with a traveling sideshow or freak show, and she is afflicted with hypertrichosis. So, of course, this condition, which I guess some people do refer to it as the werewolf condition, because she is covered with hair from head to toe. So, not necessarily, obviously, her choice, but this has been her lot in life, and essentially, she was given up by her mother and handed over to the sideshow for her own safety, as the villagers back in her own hometown actually wanted to do away with her because they thought she was a curse. So she was given away for her own safety or her own protection. And essentially, this is just a very human or very real story. We've basically just got a person who is an outsider who pretty much just longs to be a normal or regular person. They want to be respected and accepted, same as anyone else. I mean, those are very reasonable requests, but I think also, in a sense, you can also relate it to maybe, you know, this is a stretch, but you can also relate it to someone who potentially has a chronic condition or life or health condition. You know, these are all just very universal things. Everyone wants to be treated with respect. Everybody wants to be treated as a person, and unfortunately, society in general is just very inconsiderate and rude, and they mistreat those who are different. This is unfortunately just very true of society in general. But these are the issues that she deals with. Something that I really like about this is everybody who travels with the sideshow, they all have this, I guess you could say, just this very unique feel to them. They have just this very antiquated or bygone era feel about them, as far as the, of course, the traveling coaches, but the way that they perform, the clothing that they wear. Everything about them just feels very dated. But then, of course, you have the townspeople who come to the shows. They visit the carnival part of the sideshow, and they're just very much in modern day dress. So to me, this feels more like a metaphor, like they're saying that these people have been left behind and forgotten, essentially cast aside, which, as I've said, it's unfortunate, but things like this actually do happen. So technically, this really isn't a horror film. There can be some, I guess you could say, horror type elements to it, but it's a very real and very human story. I know the main poster for this movie does misleadingly market it as a horror film, but it's really not. I would say it's definitely more of a, I guess you could say, a drama than anything else. But there are definitely a lot of interesting and unique performances throughout the film. We also have Tim Curry playing one of the lead roles as the showmaster, Harley Dune, which of course this whole film centers around his traveling sideshow. We also have a small part in the film played by Grace Jones. Her character was Christoph or Christine, and essentially she's a hermaphrodite. And of course, Miss Grace Jones does sing in the film, which of course, great music, great performances in themselves. Definitely very, very unique, and they'll definitely spin your head a bit. But overall, a very well acted film, extremely well acted. It's a good, strong story. They're not really expecting the sideshow performances or anything to carry the story. They've actually got a real story. And then of course you've got the group of bullies that is teasing or obviously harassing Tara, which You know, they do come off as the stereotypical goon, but like most people, they have secrets themselves that they're hiding and don't really want anyone knowing about, which of course are gradually exposed to the audience as we progress through the film. But Tara is pretty much given the opportunity of a lifetime. We've kind of got this one geeky character who he himself feels ignored and discarded, and obviously he has taken a liking to Tara, and I guess to a degree he relates and wants to help her out. So he kind of sneaks her home and starts giving her an experimental drug that her mother has been testing in order to remove hair. So essentially they're trying to, I guess you could say, revert Tara's genes so that she could be a regular person. And for the most part it does work, but there's a catch, like most things. So unfortunately, and you know, sorry to spoil the film if you haven't seen it. If you do want to watch it, skip this part. But basically all the injections really do is bring out her animal nature, even though they do give the desired effects. But I'll leave it at that. I'm really not going to go into too much detail as far as repercussions or anything like that. As I said, it's a really good movie. I do recommend that you guys check it out. But that is all I have for you guys on Blood Moon, and I will talk to you later.